Howdy folks, how's it going? Stout Man coming back at you once again, and we are once again sitting in my favorite spot, the comfiest spot in my room, my chair. It's actually not my chair. We like to say that it's Jasmine's chair, the chair of my cat. She kind of claimed this chair as her own, and now I am using it as a computer chair because my computer chair, although it's not busted, it kind of leans to the side a bit now because not built for somebody my size because I need to lose weight. But anyways, either way, this is a more comfortable, more doable freaking option for me. I prefer this option, quite frankly, even though it takes up quite a bit of room. It's just better. It's just a better option. So, I probably just gave away what I'm going to be talking about today. But you may already know what I'm going to be talking about today because it's probably in the title up there. However, you probably don't know my thoughts on it. So, I'm going to warn you guys, I'm going to go off on a bit of a rant in this video. And it's for a good reason. It's for a good cause. It's all part of the plan. It's all a part of, it's an important part of expressing how I feel about Blu-rays and DVDs and all that stuff. And these types of releases have their place in that discussion, and we're going to talk about that today. So, without further ado, one of the things that I picked up during my, one of the things that I picked up after the holidays, I was given essentially a gift card. I was given money to use on Amazon. So I used that money to pick up some things for the channel. In large part, the main thing that I picked up, I'll show you right now, was this. Hold on, wow, it's already collecting dust. Anyway, this is the HD PVR2. It is a, what do they call this? A product of Malaysia. Yes, it's a Hotbog HD PVR2, and what it allows me to do is to record video, or particularly video game footage. And not just video game footage, mind you. I can record many different types of footage at high definition quality from a variety of sources. So the idea is to be able to record some of the PS3 games that I have, and also I have a Retron 5, so it would allow me to record some of the retro games that I have as well, which I think could be a lot of fun. So why the hell not, you know? It's something that I've been wanting to get into my position for a while, and I felt like going the, you can get an internal or an external capture card, but I chose to go for an external primarily because I didn't want it running necessarily only on my computer, on the framework of my computer, because my computer alone, when I record gameplay while also playing a game, it really does make things chug to the point where I can't accurately record things at a decent quality. So I figured the best way to circumvent that in the cheapest way possible, the least expensive way possible, would be to get the HD PVR2, because that'll allow me to, it's going to be doing the job essentially of doing the recording. My computer won't necessarily be doing all the work. It will be doing some of the work, you know what I mean? So on top of that, the game in this sense doesn't always have to be played on my computer anymore. It can be played on one of my consoles, my PS4, my PS3, or my Retron 5. So, you know, it opens up a variety of options for me. And there have been a lot of games that I've been wanting to play on my PS3 that I didn't have, that I wanted to be able to record and put videos up on YouTube, even though I know not a lot of people like that stuff. I've been wanting to do that for a while, so yeah, I got that. Now I can do Red Dead Redemption. Now I can do the South Park game that my good friend Ron sent me, the South Park Stick of Truth. So, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things that I've been holding off on because of that, and I don't have to hold off on them anymore. So, awesome! That being said, I don't know when I'll first get around to using it. I've got a bunch of other things that I'm doing at the same time, like planning to build that here very soon, the shelving unit. So with that all that out of the way, let's get to talking about the other thing that I got. The PVR and everything the PVR2 and everything that I needed to be able to use it came to a little over like $180 or something like that. So I had just enough left to get one Blu-ray that I really wanted to pick up. So I picked up Dog Day Afternoon, the 40th anniversary edition. Now you might be thinking, awesome! It's the 40th anniversary edition. It's the new edition of Dog Day Afternoon, man. That's awesome. There's a problem. There are many problems, in fact. And the problem was highlighted the day that I got it. Because the day that I got this, the first thing that I noted was that it was packaged by Amazon improperly. I also got some HDMI cords to go with my HD PVR2 to make sure that I had HDMI cords just in case. So that I wouldn't be like missing some here and there. It was packaged right up against the HDMI cords. So, the HDMI cords were bulging into the cover here. And that caused, you can't really see it that well anymore, but there are some folds in the cover art here. Yeah, you can kind of see some of those, right? And I was like, well, that's not a good sign. And there's a reason that's not a good sign. Because when you open up this release, you will find, as I did, that it's an eco case. Yep. It's a fucking eco case. The problem with this being an eco case is that this is not just any other re-release, alright? This is, as they say on the front cover here, a 40th anniversary special edition of the movie. Also, it costs anywhere between $15 and $25 on the open market right now. I found it for $15 on Amazon. I paid $15 for this, and it came in a fucking eco case. I would expect an eco case with, a lower cost Blu-ray, right? Something that it has the highest price tag that it has is $15. It's a movie that has no special features. It's literally just one of those catalog titles that they're putting out there because they know people will buy it, even though it's just, bottom of the line, no special features, just getting it out there, right? Like, for instance, you've got a bunch of them coming out right now, like Matchstick Men. I kind of want to pick that one up. I think that one has some special features on it, but I think they're all ported from the DVD. Regardless, there are a bunch of catalog titles, like Mrs. Doubtfire. Anything that you've seen that looks like it has the potential to be in the $5 bin, or anything that is already in the $5 bin, that's what I'm talking about when I say the catalog titles that when they first come out, they're about $15 MSRP, and manufacturer suggested retail price for those who aren't aware. And, it's a somewhat fair price for the entry point of them, but those are titles that typically fall in price to between $5 and $10 per title. I'm going to need to rehydrate while I'm doing this. So, with titles like that, titles that hit the $5 bin, you totally are going to expect to find them in an Eco case, of course. In fact, a lot of them have the Eco Light case nowadays, which is a very nice surprise whenever I do find it. But, you know, more frequently than not, you're going to find this kind of Eco case. And I've discussed before why this kind of Eco case is bad. But, you know, I already went over some of that just getting into this discussion here. Look at the fold there. Look at these, how the artwork is slightly damaged by the fact that there was something bulging up against it. If you even hold these the wrong way, you can damage the artwork. Not because it's like a flimsy packaging or anything like that. Not because you're manhandling it. But because there are holes in the fucking case. Because it's an Eco case. This, just so we're clear here, is the 40th anniversary edition. It is an edition of the movie that is understood to be a fucking collector's item. Okay? A collector's item. And what do they do with the collector's item? They put it in the fucking Eco case. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Alright. Warner Brothers. Are you fucking kidding me? Not only do I have to pay not only do you have to pay $15 to $25 for this fucking release. That's in an Eco case. But as you may notice, it's a 2-disc set that comes with 2 discs that are right here, you see? You've already seen the Eco case. I'm just going to put it back in there. 2 discs here that have little to no artwork. In fact, they just have the font against a black background. Very fucking cheap artwork on the disc. I like the artwork here on the front, but it's also cheap and easily damaged by the shitty fucking Eco case. The special feature is a DVD known as it's a documentary known as I Knew It Was You, Rediscovering John Cazale. Very cool, I'm sure. However, the thing is, you can get this DVD individually online right now on Amazon for about $8. It's an $8 DVD that they put in with the movie here to make it the special 40th anniversary edition. It's not a disc that has a bunch more special features. It's just a documentary that already existed, was already out in print on DVD for sale on its own, and they just slapped it in here to call it the 40th anniversary edition. This alone would not be offensive if we didn't also know, apparently, the disc here has the exact same transfer, the exact same contents as what you get in the original fucking Blu-ray release, which some of the sharp-eyed viewers may know I already fucking picked up at a pawn shop for $4. So, what you're telling me is that I paid $15 to get the 40th anniversary edition of Dog Day Afternoon, and what I got was the previous release bundled with an $8 DVD. Also, it was bundled in a shitty fucking Eco case. Also, it had shitty fucking artwork on the discs. And I paid a premium fucking price for that? That's what you're telling me right now. I'm sure you can understand why I'm a little fucking miffed right now. This is fucking bullshit. And it's not Amazon's fault. It is their fault for packaging it poorly. But The contents of the disc are not Amazon's fault. They're Warner Brothers' fault. Warner Brothers were the ones who decided to fucking cheap out and say, we're just going to put the same fucking disc from this release in here, and then we're going to take this disc, which is no different in its contents for the documentary, and just slap it in there. Provide no extra special features, no extra anything, no new transfer, although everybody in their fucking dog, every fucking studio out there is providing new transfers for all of their new releases of their old catalog titles. Everybody else is doing it, but for Dog Day Afternoon, one of the most critically celebrated movies of all time, fuck that. Really? Really? Really, Warner Brothers? Fuck you. That's what I have to say to that. Fuck you. Seriously, what is your problem? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Besides, of course, the obvious, well, this is a way to save a buck and get people to buy the movie again. Well, congratulations. You got me to buy the movie again. But, you did it under the most disgusting of auspices. Which means, quite frankly, I'm going to spend at least a year or two holding a grudge on that. Which means spend at least a year or two avoiding all of your releases. Because you done fucked up, you done wronged me, and I'm not going to let go of that very quickly. I'm going to at least make you suffer a slight bit for that. Releases that I might have otherwise bought, no, I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to wait until they drop to a extremely low price, and then maybe I'll buy them. Only when they get to the point where it's not going to be providing a dime for fucking you. That's when I'll think about buying them. You know? When they're on sale during Black Friday, then I'll think, okay, yeah, Warner Brothers. Awesome. Great deal. But I'm going to be on the lookout. I'm going to be watching and making sure that all the releases I buy in the next few months, possibly years, are going to be primarily not fucking Warner Brothers. Because fuck you if you think you're going to get me again with a strategy like that, you fucking cocks. It's not okay. It is not fucking okay. It's not forgivable. The only way that it is forgivable is if you take this shit off the shelves and replace it with something that shows a little bit more love for a fucking beloved movie. I mean, for God's sake, that is offensive. It offends me on a personal level, okay? Not only as somebody who's a collector of Blu-ray, but also as somebody who is a film buff. You have just been so disrespectful with this release. I cannot believe it. I can't even be bothered to continue explaining why you guys are being such dicks here. I mean, it should be fairly fucking obvious. You have dropped the goddamn ball. And quite frankly, I'm not even that surprised because I've noticed this about you. I've noticed this about Warner Brothers over the past few years. They tend to do this kind of shit a lot more than other companies do. And the funny thing about that is, they're always the ones that are the least likely to drop their prices. They're one of the companies that are least likely to drop their prices. So, you know, this is kind of bullshit. You can't just fucking take a movie that had already, like, the same fucking release of a movie and say, we're going to re-release it, put it in new packaging, pair it with a documentary that's already fucking out, and we're going to call it a special edition. See, when I saw this on the Amazon Marketplace, I guess I was foolish, because I foolishly believed that I was going to get like some nice little box art, it was going to come in some kind of a box, and, you know, deluxe kind of thing. Maybe get a little art book or something like that. And, you know, in addition to the 2 discs here, that I thought maybe I'll get something like that. No, it's just a shitty fucking re-release with a little documentary put in there, and they put it in the fucking eco case in the cheapest fucking possible packaging they could find. I can't see how they spent more than fucking 20 cents producing this entire set, and they want you to spend between $15 and $20 on it. Fuck you. Just fuck you. God damn it. Pisses me off. Like, you're already making a lot of money on these releases. You're already making quite a pretty penny. And yet you have to cheap out just that little extra bit. I'm not even going to say it, just... So, yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm very upset about that. Disappointed. I'm going to keep this release, mind you. I'm keeping this release, and I'm taking, giving my other release, my other copy of this same exact fucking disc. Going to give it to a friend of mine who politely asked for it. He found the documentary on Amazon for about $8. He picked that up. And for $8 and the cost of me shipping the disc to him, he will have the same contents as what you can get in this fucking Blu-ray. But total, it's $8 plus the $4 that I spent on the Blu-ray. So $12 for what cost me $15. Do you see, like, the added fucking oomph to that fuck you? Seriously. It's bullshit. It's complete and total bullshit. That should not be happening in this day and age. That is unfor-fucking-givable. Knock it off, Warner Brothers. Stop it. And, there's my rant, I guess. Oh, anyways, I'm sure the next few pickups that I get are going to be a lot better than that. And in the next week or so, I'm going to be building that bad boy behind me. So, you know, you'll get to see me do that. I'm going to do a video where I build the shelves. And then I'll do a video where I put stuff on the shelves. Ooh! I've also got a few things coming in, a few extra things that I picked up over the past few weeks. And there's something that I pre-ordered that should be coming in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm very excited about it too. It's definitely not a product of Warner Brothers. I mean, I think they might actually own the title, but it's not something that like they are producing directly. It's something that is being produced by, you know, smaller company. Twilight Time. It's a Twilight Time release. I'll just go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. Yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.